Hey team, it's day 12 of the 90-day challenge. I hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a good day. Just want to run through the 6 goals real quick that we try to accomplish each day, focused on the trifecta, ensuring we're getting there. We'll follow up a little bit on the increase in carbohydrates from yesterday that I told you I was going to shoot for. And lastly, we're going to look at stress. And how is stress related to weight loss? So let's jump into it. I don't need any red today, which is another good thing, but the one thing I wanted to talk about first was the weigh-in, 227. Now, if you remember, I'm up 1 pound from yesterday, so it was exactly 227.0, so it was a little over a pound that I gained, but I did go to 100 and a little over 140, 150 carbohydrates yesterday. So what I'm thinking is a little bit of water retention, extra. I did have more energy to work out. Felt a little easier yesterday. But just want to let you know I did increase my carbs, so I was expecting this result. But remember, the goal of this is to weigh in every day and just to follow the downward trends and make adjustments if you see it going a little crazy, like I did. Secondly, calories 2169, right in the middle of my range of where I want. Water 128 ounces. Like I told you, I am shooting to get that gallon. Remember, water is one of the trifecta along with calories and sleep. Try to get to those triple digits. If you start out and your goal, which is half your body weight in ounces, is under that 100 ounces, try to get to that triple digits. That's what you want to be shooting for. Water is good for you. So when we take a look, I got 8 hours of sleep. I'm just starting to hit my sleep. I just am making sure I'm going to get it. I know there's going to be times where I'm not. I'll be traveling this next weekend, so that's going to be interesting in how I'm going to keep track and make sure I got all the things I need to eat. But got the 8 hours, 50 minutes of workout, just cruising through them a little more. They're going to be anywhere from 50 to 60 minutes now, so I think I'm all good and locked in with my workouts. 214 grams of protein. So overall, good day. Didn't have to use any red, but remember, you guys, the trifecta, calories, water, and sleep. Like I said, if you stay within those ranges, you will hit your weight loss goals. And how do we calculate the calories? We took what I currently weighed, which was, 232 pounds, put a 0 at the end of it for the rule of 10. And then what do I want to get to is 206, 2 pounds a week, put a 0 at the end of that. Basically, that tells you what my range is going to be. Keep within that and then slowly get closer to that bottom range as you get closer to your goal. So calories, water, sleep, trifecta, focus on it. You will hit your goals. Test me on it. Test me, promise. So the next thing we want to talk about is stress. Does stress cause weight gain? And I'm just going to answer it for yes. But you really got to say what kind of stress. And it's really when you take a look at this long-term or chronic stress is what causes the weight gain. Actual short-term, like really extreme stress, a lot of times causes us to lose our appetite or not to eat. So that's not the stress we're talking about. We're talking about chronic stress, long-term stress, and let me give you the reasons why. It boosts your hunger, but let's talk about why. So basically, stress causes what we know and learned early on in science class, hopefully, about the fight or flight response in us. And what that fight or flight response does is it boosts up the stress hormone, cortisol. We all hear about the stress hormone, but that's what the flight or fight response does. Now, what does cortisol do, right? So cortisol in itself isn't super bad, but what does it do? It creates our insulin levels to go up, right? Our blood sugar then goes down because our body is expecting us, because we're in that fight or flight with stress, expecting us to use our calories to do something, right? But for the most time, we're just thinking about it or sitting around being stressed about situations of life, right? So when our blood sugar goes down, our body automatically says, hey man, I need some sugar, because what does your brain survive on again? Remember, sugar. Your brain needs a constant supply of sugar, so your brain's like, wait a minute, we need some sugar. So instead of saying, hey, why don't you go have a salad, with some dressing and some vegetables for your carbohydrates, it said, no, I need some sugar and I want it now. And so that's why it'll make you crave comfort foods. And that's why we call them comfort foods, because I believe first or second time I was talking to you folks, so a little over a week ago, we talked about like when you eat sugary foods or a high carbohydrate loaded food, it actually releases some serotonin that makes you happy. So these things called comfort foods, it's really just junk food, high fat, high sugar foods that when you're in your stress, or we've heard of stress eating, because your blood sugar is low, you crave these comfort foods. Well, the more comfort foods you crave, and eat, the more belly fat you're gonna get. So if you ever wonder if stress causes weight gain, the answer is yes, especially chronic or long-term stress. Now, just remember, it's not the stress itself that causes, it's the habits we form, and that is eating. So there's some people probably with some pretty stressful lives that, in a sense, have adjusted to it and haven't created the bad habits of eating. So just remember that. Long-term chronic stress, though, does tend to lead to weight gain. So hope you guys are all having a great day. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or comments, please throw them down below, and I look forward to talking to you guys tomorrow. Thanks again.